Hey, Matt here with an unboxing video today. Got a really interesting one I'm really excited to share with you, but I just want to say that if you need any trigger warnings or anything, this is going to be a book that's in worse condition than I was hoping it would be, but for an understandable reason. Don't want to spoil the surprise, but let's get into it here. So let's get right to it here. This is a book I received in the mail recently. I'll tell you, it's an 1848 book. It is from Scotland. It looks to be packed pretty well. Really excited to see what this holds. Told you the condition's a little bit bad for a good reason. I don't think the cover is going to be attached to it, is part of what I'm saying here. All right. So, opening it up. It's got a little bit of paper, shredded paper here as packaging. And it's going to be fun to throw away, get lost everywhere, make a huge mess. Put that aside. Packed in bubble wrap, which is really, really nice. Love bubble wrap. I'll give the packaging 9 out of 10 at this point. So this one, you're going to notice in this, it is green leather bound. It's a fairly small book, but that's not what's interesting. Bubble wrap, toss that. Like I said, the cover, yep, not attached. But there's no book plate though, that's good. Opening the first page a little bit, gently. Go to the half title page here, so it must be the title page. Here you go, Sir Walter Scott. And this is it's a 12 volume, and this is volume 6, 1848 down here. So Robert Cadell is in Edinburgh. He's the publisher, and the printer, but not necessarily the binder. The binder for this one, it was rebound by another company. I believe I read from the seller that the mark is in here. Here we go. Bullock and Stevenson. It's binders, and it's on St. David Street in Edinburgh. And a lot of this is about Edinburgh here. So this is Lay of the Last Minstrel, and it's a long-form poem. It's one of the ones that helped Sir Walter Scott make his mark. It's a very important piece for that reason. It's not a first edition. This was originally published in 1805, but this one was printed in 1848. So it's a Victorian book. Nice. The gilded edge here. Green binding. And what really makes this one special though is it has a little hidden secret. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I should be able to show it to you without damaging it. There is an edge painting here. And so this painting is from Edinburgh. And what's really interesting about this is that it's a street scene of Edinburgh, and the building right here is the Sir Walter Scott Memorial, and this was the bookbinders here, from a little bit of research I did, shows that they were based only a block away from that building, or right there. So they were binding a book by Sir Walter Scott a block away from his monument, and they did a landscape of Edinburgh from right near there. So it's all Edinburgh all the time in this book. Really happy to see this vanishing edge painting, which is something else that's kind of interesting. Edge paintings are they're really rare, but the Victorian era was kind of the high point for them. They would do some interesting things, like they would hide an edge painting on a Bible, but it would be of a sinful scene like gambling, or even some more risque things they had in there. They would have double edge bindings where you could bend the edge this way to see it, and you could also bend it the other way to see it. This is only one way, but the ones that had the two-way binding, some of those had opposite scenes, like a juxtaposition, like a beautiful landscape on one way, and then you flip it the other way, and it's like a brutal fox hunting scene. So that's pretty cool. This one only has one painting in it, and as you can see here, it is a very clear, cool painting of Edinburgh, and I think that gives it a real sense of place, being as that's where the author is from, and that's where the author's his monument is. Actually, if you were there in the same place right now, you couldn't see that because there's a hotel that was built in the early 1900s that separates. It would be about right here, covering up most of the Sir Walter Scott memorial there. Very cool. Very fun piece to have here.